Welcome to the endless cycle that is social media news. Content creators, YouTubers, TikTokers all use the best in Hollywood techniques to create engaging video. Let's take a quick look at the current camera trick trends that we've been enjoying. When you're trying to tell or show a lot but keep your video short, you're going to use a lot of cuts. And this can be quite jarring, like how many cuts does it take to get Liam Neeson over a fence? Match cuts like we saw at the start of this video allow a person or an object that's similarly sized in the frame to change location in a way that's less jarring than a standard jump cut. Keep the location the same and change the person's outfit and you've probably got like 90% of TikTok or Instagram's fashion videos. Probably the most engaging types of cuts you'll see are the ones that you don't. Invisible cuts are seamless transitions between location or action without immediately knowing it's even happened. To achieve these types of cuts, you can have something move across the frame during the cut, or you can move the camera past a solid color that can be matched with the next shot. This effect works even better with a camera movement, so try and experiment.
We've got another episode of Social Media Campaigns Gone Wrong, and this week is all about Burger King and their rather tasteless tweet on International Women's Day. Burger King tweeted, "Women belong in the kitchen." Burger King replied to this tweet to provide a little bit more context, mainly that 20% of chefs are women and that they'll be launching a new scholarship program to help female Burger King employees pursue their culinary dreams. Now you can see what Burger King were trying to do here. They were trying to flip an old sexist trope on its head. But there are just some things you don't really joke about. And the problem with Twitter doing up follow-up threads like this is that a lot of people just don't read them. So they're only ever going to take that first initial tweet. Rather than flipping this trope on its head, all Burger King have done is just drawn attention to a really stupid old trope. And that was seen in the comments underneath, which were filled with a load of different abusive and vile comments from people in support of women being in the kitchen. This is what happens when you tweet this kind of stuff as a joke and try and flip it on its head for some marketing benefit. And to make it even worse, despite everybody telling them to delete this tweet, well done KFC Gaming, by the way, fantastic tweet, it kept it up there for the whole day. The CMO of the parent company of Burger King said that they weren't going to delete it for various reasons. It wasn't even until 9 o'clock that night that they acknowledged that they made a mistake. And they didn't decide to delete it then either. They let the engagement soak up for another hour before finally deleting it at about 10:30 on that night. So they soaked up all the engagement throughout the day, and then they went, you know what, 350,000 likes and 150,000 retweets, that's probably about enough. That's all we need. We can delete it now and we can put out a statement saying we were wrong. It's not really good enough, is it? If you created a campaign that's caught fire for all the wrong reasons because you've made some sort of error of misjudgment, make sure you delete quickly. Don't sit on it for the entire day, kicking it around departments and just soaking up the engagement. It doesn't look good. You can do better than that. Delete it and put out an apology as soon as you can. Try and put more context in your tweets where you can, particularly if you think they're going to be slightly controversial. If Burger King had said, a thread, read on, in that tweet itself, well, they probably would have avoided a lot of the controversy because they would have been signposting where people should go to continue reading. Twitter has a lot more room for characters these days, so make sure you make use of it. Finally, when there's an important day celebrating women and you've got an announcement you think is going to be helping women, perhaps just tweet about that in a normal way rather than trying to court controversy and being too clever and making a little bit of a whopper of a mistake with your tweet.
If you ever struggle to post on TikTok consistently, you can now schedule your awesome videos via TikTok website. Here's how you do it. Go to tiktok.com on your computer. Log into your account. Click on the upload video icon. Find the toggle switch at the bottom of the page where you can determine date and time when your video is going to be posted. That's it. Now you can create some cool content in bulk and schedule it ahead of time.
This week in Twitter features that nobody actually asked for, Twitter have been talking about a new feature which they're going to be rolling out later this year called Super Followers, where users can charge followers for exclusive content. This can include subscriber-only newsletters, videos, deals, discounts, and users would have to pay a monthly subscription fee for this extra content. All of this comes from the fact that Twitter are seemingly struggling to make revenue. Despite launching in 2006, it was actually only in 2018 that they turned over their first annual profit, and they're hoping to double that by 2023. Now, when the one and only Holy Matt Navarra asked his followers whether they'd use Twitter Super Followers, 85% said no. So it seems like Twitter really need to do some extra convincing to win over the general masses. It's worth keeping an eye on and thinking about what you could create should this feature become popular in the future.